Today is September 21st. Yankees outplayed the Blue Jays majority of the innings this past series, and they win the most recent game. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. It's brought to you by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD will be in the corner producing today's episode, and we will be discussing the most recent series of Yankees baseball, where they played the Blue Jays. Jake, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience and say hi?
James, David, everyone joining us tonight. My name is Jake Storielli. My birthday is October 11th. I'll release a significant life event every 10 minutes of this episode to tell the
And
people.
after you do so, I will eat a grape.
And every time I do that, James will eat a grape. The biggest concern on my mind right now, BBD might need a timeout at some point because I feel like the temperature in this room is set to 85 again. My ears are cooking.
Right after 10 o'clock, I think it does
Yeah.
turn off in this room. If you want to tell the people about SeatGeek, I'll go press some buttons.
I will. SeatGeek, people, if you're a diehard Yankee fan, which you're listening to Talking Yanks in their worst season ever, if you're listening live with us, you might be a big Yankee fan. Final homestand coming up. Snakes, my snakes, in
Could just be a guy at the library.
the Boogie Down Bronx. Go to the stadium. You could get really good seats. I was debating getting One Last Legends in for the year. Don't think that's going to happen. Got stuff going on this weekend. But either do that or go to one of the 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, including sports, concerts, festivals, and more. And we have the hookup. Use code YANKS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. That's $20 off. BBD just turned the air on. It went down 10 degrees in here. Unbelievable. $20 off your first purchase with promo code YANKS. Click the link in the description to download the app now. James, Vincent, Michael O'Brien, how are you doing, my good sir?
I'm doing well. I have a bowl of grapes in front of me. I have my 30-second favorite hat on, and I showered recently, and I feel good. The Yankees are on a heater, and all of the players that I consider good players on the Yankees just destroyed the Blue Jays this weekend. I mean, look at the stat lines of the players you consider good players.
Right.
It's unbelievable how much they had their way with this Blue Jays team, which is better than the Yankees team.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Jake means yeah.
I mean, yeah, after what you just said.
Yeah. So take that, Toronto. Enjoy the playoffs. Our good guys had really good series against you.
Maybe.
Maybe. There's other stuff going on. Also, Jake,
Yeah.
the Toronto Blue Jays defense, outfield defense, and defense in general was kind of awesome. They were a team last year that was all right-handed and struggled defensively. So they utilized the most shifts ever, and they addressed their needs almost really well. And now their team's good. But they are on a losing streak to our Yanks.
Yes, they're on a losing streak. Yeah, I mean, okay, a little Toronto review early to get into it. Man, that Horowitz kid, interested to see where he's at because he's like a lefty threat. I mean, Varsho is awesome defensively. I cannot believe how good he is defensively. He is an absolute gem. The fact he was catching is ridiculous. And Kiermaier is like my favorite center fielder to watch in recent memory. And I know he's been on a lot of Yankee fans' tongues. And could end up in pinstripes depending what the offseason looks like. So, yeah, I mean, their their defense is awesome. Outfield defense. George Springer and Wright with the great catch today that kind of kept it a game. And, yeah, I mean.
No, they got blown out today. That didn't do much.
Well, the Yankees blew the over-under, Jim. So I'm still not ready to talk about it.
Did you bet on the over-under?
My bet of the day was a DJ hit. It was a Yankees win, and the over-under was 7.5. So the last not turn double play by Gleyber and then the bounce throw by Gleyber put it over.
And that's what you get for being on his case all year about his lazy defense, and that's how he rubs it back in. Grape.
It would have been cool if they got on his case sometimes. Any housekeeping here? Jake Bauers is still on the team, as we found out in the third game.
He homered.
He's
actually really good off prolonged rest.
So that's huge.
Yeah. Now, there's not much. I mean, you can do a burn and we just do awards because there's not. It's tough. Tough to be a Yankees fan. Not always, but it's tough to be a Yankees fan that has to review these series. I'm finding the job a little tough.
Ooh, all right.
Okay.
All right. Let's get real. Let's see. I don't know. Off day Monday, so that was kind of nice.
That was awesome. I went to
was
sleep so early.
Tuesday was the last prime game, so that was a little bit of a dick punch.
BBD had a very relatable tweet.
And then Wednesday was King night. Like, I enjoyed that. That was like a normal baseball night. Like, I watched the game, did a little laundry, so I was good with it.
That Tuesday night prime night made me feel like an addict.
Mm-hmm.
I opened my phone. I opened the Yes app. It wasn't on. I was laying in bed with James trying to put him to sleep. So then I'm like, oh, it's a Prime game. So I go to Amazon Prime. And when I'm on that app, there's like so many other things that I'd want to watch.
Right.
But my addicted fingers are like, let me put on.
You guys watch other stuff on Prime?
What?
I don't watch a ton on Prime besides the sports of late, but it happens if I know a series or a specific documentary or something's on there.
Yeah, I watch Prime.
Okay. Prime. I'm a Prime only for sports guy right now.
You've never watched a Prime series ever?
I don't think so. What do you got?
There isn't a Marvelous Miss Maisel Prime.
Believe it is, yes.
Haven't watched.
And Bosch was a good one back in the day. Man on the High Castle I didn't like. Goliath I liked.
Season 1 of Man on the High Castle.
Patriot I really liked. Oh, Red Oaks. You'd like Red Oaks. That's a good one.
I like Red Oaks. First time I've heard of it, though.
Yeah, you'd like it. Transparent you wouldn't like. I didn't like it, but I watched every single episode. Oh, you'd love Mozart in the Jungle.
I'd love Mozart
for a little
in the
bit.
Jungle.
You'd love to walk into someone's house and they're watching Mozart in the Jungle because the main constructor dude from Spain or wherever he's from, he's basically like Spanish version of you.
Okay.
He's pretty cool.
Either pretty cool or pretty offensive. I'm interested to find out.
I liked Z, the beginning of everything, but just because I like F. Scott Fitzgerald a lot.
Sure.
I really liked Hand of God Season 1. Didn't like Hand of God Season 2.
Okay.
And Catastrophe is really good.
Huge.
That's my full Prime shows review.
Chat's talking about The Boys.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of the recent
I know
ones.
it was a big one there. Yeah, I couldn't believe I did all the work it took to watch that Prime game and then watched all of the game. And then by the next morning, I had forgotten all of it. I wiped it from my brain, truly like an addict. Like, oh, next day. Like, that didn't even stick.
Dude, it was sad.
No, what
I
else
was like,
doesn't
I'm
stick?
going to watch this.
Your balls when you're wearing Tommy John. Yeah. Tommy John. They are the number one underwear in the world. You know whose ranking that is? Mine. You know who's wearing them right now? Me. You know who changed all his underoos to Tommy John? Me. I will, but first I need to talk into this mic, Jim. It's fall. Go pick some apples, not wedgies, and get new underwear that'll take care of your whole fruit basket. That's Tommy John. Breathable, lightweight, moisture-wicking fabric. I have another announcement for the people. I bought a hodgepodge of Tommy John because I was like, I like it, but what's my favorite? And I like wearing different underwear for different occasion. So my number one is the 360 Sport. That's 1-1. That's what I wore in my wedding. But if I'm doing athletics, I think I wear I think I'm actually opposite. I think I wear their Sport when I want to relax, and I wear their relax when I want to sport. How fair does that? Why don't you guys go find out which Tommy John you like and get 20% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/Yanks. Save 20% at TommyJohn.com/Yanks. See the site for details. Go check it out. It's changed my life.
For the better. Your hair looks great.
It's changed my whole underwear drawer. Yeah, I did a post Blitzball reset. Baggage 1 tonight. Boing boing. We'll see you guys at Billy's October 1st.
Jake and I are playing the first game at Billy's October 1st, so be there, be square.
Be there, be square. And this ad read reminds me of the one piece of housekeeping there kind of is. Dominguez had the Tommy John surgery.
And he said he enjoyed it, right? That was his quote. He was like, would do it again. Had fun.
Donahue was there, so that's always exciting.
That was awesome.
And it is the internal brace procedure.
Dono in full scrubs? Is he part of the team still?
Emeritus. Dude, didn't they make him emeritus like 4 years ago?
It's a minute. It's a minute ago.
I think it was 2019 where Dono became athletic trainer emeritus. Isn't emeritus just like a year-long thing?
Emeritus I think literally just means like you're like the most recent one.
Say it more like a disease.
No,
it's like,
you are saying it pretty wrong.
Emeritus. So like a disease.
That's the disease version.
Yeah. I got so jealous of your water right there when I saw you take that
Was
sip.
Dono there as a coincidence, or was he representing the team?
Do you remember when we met Dono and
Sure
he was
do.
just like way younger and way more spry and like than my version of him?
It was a little bit the company you keep with Dono, him hanging around some of the best athletes in the world, not the best look for Dono over the years. Yeah, he was just kind of like a dude, but we had a nice talk with him.
He had pep in his step.
He listens
had,
to Talkin' Yanks.
He had some boom in his voice.
Dono, email BBD, dog@johnboymedia.com.
Remember when he got that
It's not-
moth out of the
not that
um's ear?
far off.
What's that?
We can get BBD that email.
We could set that up.
Instead of forwarding.
Can we fucking do that to our next hire?
Yes.
Like, sorry, people get their oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah.
If you set up company emails and there's just like a jar of like nouns or adjectives, and you're like, here, we don't do names as emails here.
If
And you
we
just
were
pull it
like,
and it's just like,
if we took the
wet.
whole thing granola, that would be pretty cool.
great.
You want a super burn?
Super burn me, Jakey.
Mm.
That girl I was a pyro dated.
The Blue Jays play the Yankees for the first time since May. I say Kikuchi, you sigh Kikuchi as he takes the pill. Meanwhile, a Schmitty start for Clark as there's a George Springer B-Day dinger. Lead-off homer. Gleyber with the icy RBI single as he stays hot, but the rest of the Yankees stayed cold. No more runs for the Pinstripers. Meanwhile, Toronto would score the next 6. Clark to Ramirez to Weissert to McAllister. LOL. Yanks lose 7-1 final. Game 2, Kevin Bacon Gossman would try to keep the Yankees' feet loose. As Michael tries to be the king of the hill. Oh, Bobby. Also, rarely seen in the Burns, Lance Barrett behind the dish. Shades of Williamsport with the wide zone. Gossman was good, but King felt special. Baker's dozen of strikeouts for 2024 Yankees starting pitcher Mike King. Oh, the game? Yanks lost 6-1 somehow like they have all season. Bye. Game 3, potential Cy Young winner Gerrit Cole would be the Yankees' only hope at fending off the sweep, as the Blue Jays have been waving their twigs and Berrios in our face with Jose on the bump. Bottom 1, wow, Jake rakes Bowers. He's still here. 3-run shot to put New York up. It stayed that way into the 6th. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize 1,000,000,000 times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am Florial. Estevan with the RBI double. Judge RBI. 5-0 Yanks. Whoop, whoop. Cole was special. 8 innings pitched, 1 run on a wild pitch in the 8th. Give him the trophy. Yankees blow the under in incredible fashion late. Important to some. Yanks win 5-3 and avoid the sweep.
Threw the whole OutKast song in there just to get to Florial.
Well, I really like it. It's the epitome of the Burns.
Yeah.
Like saying Florial instead of for real.
Yeah.
I love OutKast. I mean, OutKast.
Name your favorite album.
Oh, you know I'm not an album guy.
Name your favorite band member.
That's tough, bro. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can.
Name the 2.
Yeah. I mean, Big Boy and Andre, they both bring their game, and I respect it. Like, I think people would assume I'm more of an Andre guy, but, like, they both bring it, man.
Okay, name your favorite song.
I listen to a lot of Pimpin' All Over the World, which it was one of those. It was when video games you could upload your own songs. Sorry,
yeah.
I've been doing an Orioles podcast too, and I clearly didn't upload enough songs, so I just had a few songs burnt into my skull, and that was one of them.
Joe's McFly just texted us top 5 worst moments ever.
I told the people I'd be admitting some stuff. Ooh, The Way You Move is a really good OutKast song.
Okay.
I like the way you move. I mean, I can play all the instruments. Like, I can do it all, baby.
They're kind of perfect for you. And Jake did share something about himself, so I think you're due for a grape, Jim.
Okay, fine. I'm almost going to run out.
So fresh, so clean. Roses. Roses is kind of like a perfect overlap for us.
Yeah. She just put on her makeup, driving the car. What are the lyrics that?
Try to put on makeup in the mirror and crash.
Yes, crash into a ditch.
Just
playing. Just fucking joking. That whole verse was a joke.
It's a goof and a gaff.
Put your makeup on.
Anything from the series that's not an award?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
It's crazy, man.
Like bullpen decisions, don't care.
I'll share something.
Yes.
Kind of hurt.
I mentioned a couple times on this program that I'd been hit with a couple brief waves of sadness, and I knew I was going to be hit with one or two more. When they opened up Tuesday night and they said the booth was Kay, Cone, O'Neill with Meredith on the sideline, and it was Blue Jays, and it was end of September, and they were teeing it up like, hey, we got our A team out there. It was like, oh yeah, this series should mean something, and it means nothing. So I basically tweeted that out that I was sad, and Kaster DM'd me like at 7:49, which had to be like, I don't know, second or third inning, and he said, "Don't be sad, Jake. That makes me sad." so K's the GOAT.
I think he was fibbing. I don't think your sadness makes him that
I don't
sad.
think I affect Michael K's sadness.
Well, I mean, if you were sad because like I died tragically, then I think like he would be sad about your sadness.
But if I died tragically, I wouldn't be sad.
No, I died.
Oh,
Jimmy
you
died tragically.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like, oh, hey, oh, could you knock out Rucco too?
Do you have empathy?
That's one of those things that I never locked down, empathy and empathy or whatever it is.
Oh, empathy is you have that for sure. You're an imp.
Teed that up a little too good. Yeah, I think I'm very empathetic. I'm probably too empathetic.
Okay, cool.
All right.
But are you sympathetic?
I don't think so. I think I'm more empathetic than sympathetic.
Okay.
I think empathy's what you like want to be good at of the two.
Yeah.
I only like 60% have the difference.
Out of those, it's pathetic, empathetic, simpatico.
Empathetic.
Can I tell you something, Jim?
Yeah.
Something that makes me a little jealous about you sometimes.
I lived in Australia.
You got a
Fell
nice
into a blowhole and survived.
You got a nice backyard, my man.
Tell that to my wife.
Okay.
Katie shits on our backyard all the time. She tells people, the other day she told people, we don't have a grass backyard. And I was on the sideline of the conversation like, what?
Tell her to use the toilet. Don't do it out there. Have you heard of Scott's Lawn Stream? Scott's is live streaming a backyard 24/7. They're teaching people about lawn care and having all sorts of fun. Events like goat yoga. Done that. There was even an alien landing. Hello. Fun stuff. Jim, you called a wiffle ball game.
I did.
You were the announcer. It's a live stream, right?
Yeah. There was the Whiffs of Glory playing against Whiff and Let Whiff.
Good teams. You can go watch the full game on the Scott's YouTube channel. Build a bird mansion with I Like to Make Stuff on September 14th. Bong. Here's what you need to do. Follow Scott's on Instagram if you've ever seen grass. For more info and watch all events live at lawnstream.scotts.com. Right now, you get 20% off on 2 or more Scott's products at scotts.com when you use code JOHNBOY. Hello. 20%. 2 or more Scott's products. And Scott's is a big partner with us in our Blitzball Blitz at Billy's on October 1st.
Yeah.
They're going to have like a whole crew there. It's at Billy's. We still have some tickets available on our website. Make sure you go there. Make sure you get your Scott's. They're like the dudes in lawn care. We're excited for Nikki Cass's dad to meet the Scott's crew because it's just going to be like an alpha fest.
Yes. And there would be like grass to stand on.
If you click the link that's in the bio of this video and the live chat, you can get a ticket and I guess meet the Scott's guys too, as well as us.
Jake, you get to give out a Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
After you, sure.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
I'm dialed, bro.
You can't be tricked today.
I can be tricked. I live to be tricked.
My pride of the Yankees is Michael King.
Yeah.
Because this was the first start where I said, oh, shit.
Mm.
He can do it. It was very impressive. I know you weren't impressed, and that's why you're not giving him pride.
Okay.
But I was very impressed. Really good. He was getting swings and misses on every pitch. He was pounding the strike zone. He was breezing through innings. He went 13 strikeouts, Jake.
I mean, 13 strikeouts. So I mentioned it in the speed burn. It was the most friendly umpire zone I can remember in recent history because it was consistent. It wasn't like, one of those umpires that you get a call here or there. It was a big boy zone.
That was the zone.
Well, the Yes Network on their ump graphic set, this dude's the most pitcher friendly in the league.
And that's what was awesome. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, part of me sneaky loves that, and that's where it's crazy. The one run King gave up, he threw a couple fastballs over the plate, and it's like, dude, don't do that. Like, you don't have to come close. The strikeout to Kiermaier later in the game was just silly. That being said, to have the stuff to strike out 13 batters in a game, that's a tight list, man. Like, if you go around each baseball team and be like, on a given night, can this dude punch out 13? Like, I don't think that list is that big. Maybe I'm wrong.
Name someone you're definitely saying no to.
I hate to be rude, but his 2024 rotation mate, Clark Schmidt, I don't think has a 13 punchy game in him yet.
Really?
Is that unfair?
I don't know. Just because Clark doesn't go long enough in games?
What do you think Clark's season high strikeout is?
9. Maybe get 10 once.
Clark Schmidt game log this season. Sort by strikeouts.
8.
8 4 times, so that's almost a 9. But we're talking 13.
Well, the one time he did an 8 was only 76 pitches, too.
Against the same Blue Jays.
These guys stink.
Yanks know how to pitch them.
Clark Schmidt, a starting pitcher for the Yankees next year. Jim.
I don't know. They were going to trade him for Verdugo.
Don't. You're not on the Orioles pod with me.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, it is. It's Talkinos.
Yeah. It's been us, guys.
Is Michael King a 2024 starting pitcher for us?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, King right now, this season that feels like we get beat up around every corner, the Dominguez punch.
I can see them trading Clark before trading King.
I think if the right thing is on the table and Clark's years are a little better, I think you're right there. At the same time, if you can pencil Clark and King in to at least your top 6, that allows the Yankees extra flexibility elsewhere. Like King becoming a viable starting pitching option for them. Like that could save them signing another starting pitcher for 10 to 25 million that in theory you could invest in the offense that needs investment. So I don't know. We've been hunting for bright spots all year, it feels like, and it seems like we found one.
Do you know how many pitchers this season have struck out 13 in a game? Or more than 13?
Does this include, are you including guys that have done it multiple times, or is this?
I'm only counting them once.
Okay.
So how many games are
Otherwise I would have asked, do you know how many times a pitcher? But I asked you, do you know how many pitchers?
And I followed up with a question. Eat a fucking grape. I will say 13.
Wrong. And that's a little too on the nose anyway.
It's probably 20. I know, but it would have been fun.
16.
Okay.
Framber Valdez.
Good.
Spencer Strider.
Good.
Nick the Dick Pavetta. Freddie Peralta.
Good.
Shohei Otani.
Very good.
Jesus Luzardo.
Can be good.
Michael King.
Good. I think he's good.
Mitch Keller.
I had a very good year.
Gray Sonny.
Good.
Gossman.
Good.
Braxton Garrett.
Has good days.
Corbin Burns.
Good.
Hunter Green.
Good. Can be very good.
High in
Tyler
talent.
Glasnow.
Very good.
Lance Lynn.
Hot.
16 Ks. The most of the year.
It's the most of the year.
It's the most of the year. Who's your pride?
The day's mine.
Gerrit Cole.
Yeah, no, it is Cole. I was going to dance around a couple offensive guys, Judgy. But yeah, it's Gerrit Cole. He goes out, probably his second to last start of the season. Little perfecto scare through the first 5, which I started running through in my head. Like, if he goes perfect or no hitter, do you just shut him down for the season and end on like the highest note ever? He goes 8 innings, 2 hits, no walks, 9 Ks. And the only run that scores is on a wild pitch in that last inning that he did spike, and Rortvedt showed some good emotion on. And Jack Curry, talking Yanks legend, Jack Curry made a point of it in his 7th inning quick hitter whenever they cut to the Yes Network booth, and he nails every word perfectly every time. Robot. No, I like Jack. Jack's a sex guy. Jack Curry made a point of it to say that Gerrit Cole was not shaking off our guy Rortvedt tonight, which might have been like an old man in the sea moment. Like, I've taught you the ways, Ben. You figured it out tonight.
That doesn't mean he was throwing the pitches Rortvedt was expecting.
There's a reason that wild pitch happened, all right?
Yeah. Okay, Ben.
Oh,
yep.
Hey, Ben, before we head out, you should know I'm not shaking you off tonight. Doesn't mean I'm throwing that pitch.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I'm throwing what you want, what you called for, but I'm not wasting my time shaking you off, so you better go react.
Oh, no, that's cool, Gerrit. Yeah, just 2 hours of fear. Okay.
That's how catching used to be done, man.
I kind of made a push for it a couple years ago, and I still kind of believe in it. Hitters
That
don't know
catcher
what's
shouldn't
coming.
know what's coming?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Rortvedt talking about the game.
Being a leading candidate for Cy Young, is there a little more motivation when he's pitching?
Absolutely, all of us playing behind him, just trying to back him up as best as we can because we know there's something special on the line.
I'm so sorry I just played that into the microphone.
Yeah.
How is that something they thought was tweet worthy? Damn.
Everyone's scrambling.
Boone got ejected.
Boone did get ejected.
I almost just fell asleep.
And, like, so obvious.
That he was going to get ejected?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I did the breakdown today, so I put it out, and it was hot mics, but Boone did his whole thing. He ran through the whole. I mean, Boone's right, but he opened up with a compliment for Gossman.
Right.
He's having a hell of a night. Well, you've got the fucking largest strike zone in the league. But it was funny when Boone was like, "Are you aware? Do you know that? Do you think that's a strike?" That's what he said.
Yeah, it seems like we should have crossed the threshold where if you're the guy with the biggest zone in the league, it feels like we can address that.
Well, someone's got to have the biggest, man. And maybe it's something he takes pride in. Like, yeah, maybe the rest of his crew Loves it. Short games.
Maybe it's something he takes pride in.
He seemed not to be. He didn't seem prideful when he threw Boone out.
I mean, in the first inning, didn't he rip his helmet off and give Boone like, don't want to hear anything else or something like that? Like, it's clear as day. It was.
Oh yeah.
Say something? I hope not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The umpire levels were strong this series.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Lance
my
Barrett is tall.
God. The double play review. Me and BBD both let out audible laughs. So they do the review. He's called safe on the field. They show the first replay. DJ's foot is off the bag. Everyone kind of sees it. But it takes a minute to review, and you're checking out different angles. They come back to the ump. Call on the field stands. All right, Chief. Good call.
Not even confirmed.
And that's the same guy.
Well, Lance Barrett.
Lance Barrett. Are you saying Lance
Brother's name is
Parrot?
Prance. Lance Barrett.
Prance Parrot?
Francis Parrott.
I'm known as Prance Parrot in some parts of Key West.
And small wiener guy.
That's international, Pop.
That's my first award.
Excuse me?
Let's do the MFer.
You Yankee motherfucker.
My Yankee MFer is going to go to. I don't know, man. It's the same old song.
Same old song.
I'm going to go see which one of the four has received it least recent. Okay, well, the two got it last week. Oh, I thought Canely got it recently. Canely.
Okay. Go on.
I don't know if Canely's good anymore. Or, like, I don't know what's going on. He's had a lot of bad outings. Maybe? I don't know. Feels like it at least. I just look at his game log, and it's not. He hasn't. He's been good this month. But it feels like, is it just usage? He's got 3 outings where he gave up 2 or more runs before, like, getting 3 outs. Canely's been really good. I'm wrong. He had a bad outing, though, so I can still give him an MFer.
But so right. Yeah,
Still
I mean,
a fair MF.
it's a fair MF for this series because he had 4 walks.
So
Yeah.
Him and Hamilton after King's awesome performance.
And the umpire had the biggest zone.
That stunk, bro. That was embarrassing.
To be honest, I tuned that out. When King came out and then they started losing, I was like, I'm not your prisoner.
Oh, my God.
Who did we say was Bagel Boss? Oh, that wasn't public.
Yeah,
I remembered. I'm not going to say that on here.
Okay.
Okay. You give out an MFer?
I do. This is tough. But I'm going Giancarlo. And it feels rude because, I mean, he's where he's at and the season's over, and I truly think they should shut him down for the year because there's nothing to gain at this point. And Jimmy, I saw our guy, Yankees Source, who posts some good info on the Twitter sphere here and there. He showed Stanton's hot zones. And Stanton notoriously always felt like he stood too far away. But, usually the results came, and it's like, okay.
And he's huge, so arms extend.
Stanton's hot zone is middle and in, up and away are freezing and horrible. And it's kind of like,
Stand closer.
maybe. And I just don't know. It's September 21st. We got a week and a half of games. Like, get Jake Bauers more at bats. Whatever Stanton does in these last 10 games isn't going to do anything.
Get Jake
for
Bauers
him.
more at bats
Over Stanton right now. Yeah, man.
Well, what's the harm? I mean, what's the benefit?
Of what?
Either of those, the sides of those.
Not breaking Stanton anymore? Like, he's having a miserable time. He's showing it. Like, there's nothing
Broken.
to gain for Stanton at this point.
I think if he goes to Boone and is like, Boone, I need a break. Boone's going to give him a break.
I think you got to take it out of his hands because as a player, you can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. His interviews were sad. He got like really like kind of like pissy at the fans and shit. Called you out by name. But I feel for him. His interviews after the game were a little sad. Usually he's very like gives good answers, long answers, thoughtful ones and sincere ones. But this time it was very short answers. He was like a little annoyed at
done.
doubters, called you out by name and was like,
he didn't call me out by name. He's done for this season.
Jake, everybody is done for this season.
Not the kids.
Volpe's quit.
He clearly missed his double today.
No one looks like they care about this season offensively, besides DJ and Gleyber, because they want to finish the year strong.
Oswaldo's care.
Volpe watches strike three and complains about the umpire every time he strikes out, and it needs to be like, bam, stop.
Yeah.
In the zone every time.
I'm with you. I mean, I know we're part of the audit team, our own audit team. The Yankees complaining about strikeouts has got to go. Like,
I tweeted about it like 2 weeks ago. Like, this is enough.
Well, so there's two things going on here because it's, that's part of Boone's job is to kind of wear that for the guys. Aaron Judge, the captain, is like the number one guy in the league, not talking to the umps and dealing with it. For some of the other guys on the teams, especially Volpe at the end of the rookie year, that's been a lackluster rookie year. It's not a good look.
All the young kids were doing it. Like those games with like Peraza, Volpe, Pereira, Oswaldo. Is when I finally tweeted it because I was like, dude, guys, those are strikes.
Yeah. It's like a thing that like young players kind of aren't allowed to do it.
Game 2, I will keep as a slight outlier because I compared it to Williamsport. It's the biggest zone in the league, but take that
obviously
out. But yeah.
I'd audit the hell out of that for real.
For real.
Auditing.
If I go look up Volpe's 2 strikes, pitcher's called strike, I bet majority of them he turns to the umpire and is upset about the call. Every outside pitch in the zone just turns. But all the young kids were doing it. But Volpe's played the whole year, and it should just stop.
You think the other young kids are doing it?
Well, I don't know. They don't play as much as Volpe has. Pereira and Oswaldo doesn't do it that much.
Oswaldo doesn't do it. And Peraza, I think he did it game 2, but again, I have that as the outlier game.
I have Volpe doing it almost every time he strikes out.
Oh yeah, Volpe hit a moment. He had his like rookie moment the first time you gained the courage to like talk to an ump, and since then he's been all in.
This month he has been doing it.
And like you've noted, some are like embarrassing. Like a few of them have been strikes.
More than fair call.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey Jim.
Yeah.
For the other baseball teams, playoffs are coming. And at DraftKings, you won't miss a minute of the baseball action. $200 instantly in bonus bets. Do you like that? For betting just $5 on baseball. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code YANKS. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $4 on baseball. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code YANKS. Current is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles, 21 plus, ages vary by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. See dkng.co/baseball for eligibility, terms and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility, deposit restrictions apply. Bang!
Bang.
Whoever you think you are, I am.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Let's get Pete Weber
I did
on
it.
here.
That's right. I did it.
That's sneaky the best part of it.
Yeah, people. It's a classic thing
Oh, okay.
where there's the one loud quote, but the best quote is not that. It's like Savages in the box. People think that's the best part, but that's not even the top 5 quotes from Boone Savage in the box rant.
Yeah.
But people know it as my guys are savages in that box. When that's like maybe it cracks the 3rd, but it's not top 2.
And do you think this is a good time to announce our John Boy Media's dog food collection, Snossages in the Box?
Yes.
There it
Beebs,
is.
can you tell him?
Yeah, guys, we link in the bio.
Just keep searching.
Keep searching.
Shop.johnboymedia.com until you find
It's
them.
in there. Scroll through.
Really bad start.
Really bad start. You're having a bad game.
Yeah. I feel bad for you. But you got to get better. I mean, electric start from Boone to the Savage in the box. Really bad start. Listen, you're having a bad game. I feel bad for you. That's awesome.
It's good.
You have your first award?
Yeah. I have my first award.
Yeah, right.
Which is Savage in the Box was so long ago.
18?
18, yeah. My first award is the
Not that you're delaying, but if you were, I know Best of Talkin' Yanks was on TV last week, and how much I play with my lips. Like, I constantly do like a lip push, and I was just so embarrassed for myself. I was like, I've never seen someone on a tube doing that. And there I am just like holding my lip. That's nothing.
I didn't know you did that.
Oh,
It's
dude.
into a lot of the thumbnails.
You guys are going to start seeing it a lot.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. It's weird.
You do it a lot, and it's one of your
like my
faces that
thinking
looks like a
face.
face. Yeah. So
like your
I
lips
end
are
up
like
using it on the
Play-Doh.
thumb.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Patrick O'Keefe Award.
Patrick O'Keefe. Was he a teacher at our high school?
Oh, that was Keith O'Keefe.
Awful joke.
We doing more government names?
Mr. Keefe threw a chair across the room at me and John Platt once.
He was it was good. He was before social media.
Oh, no way would he survive. I wonder if he's still a
No.
teacher. We had him when he had just got skin cancer, and his whole face, on the side of his face, was like a red scab. And he was like, this is why, hey, O'Brien, this is why us Irish guys got to wear sunscreen. And I was like, fuck, dude. And it kind of started making me wear sunscreen.
Okay.
So he helped you.
Help me out. Also threw a chair at me once.
He was tough.
You know,
Why you want to talk Florial?
Yes. Hey, dude, why did you guess that? What? Wait, but for real, how'd you guess that?
BBD, mark it down.
Smart.
When we have our next show that matters, like whether we do a postseason with Boone or there's big news, remind me that I have something to tell Jimmy.
You read my mind or something?
I can read your mind. Why are you giving it to Florial?
So, Patrick O'Keefe is a character from Band of Brothers, real guy that fought with the 506 Infantry, 101st Parachute Unit. And he was a replacement that came up. They had already dropped. They already did D-Day. They already did Holland. And O'Keefe comes, and he's like just one of these like replacement that's going to war. That's like, where's the action? I can't wait to get in on the action. And Perconti, who's kind of a lot like you, like a snappy Italian, like short guy. He's like, like shit talks him like, this is the most peaceful time I've had in all of Germany. And you want action? And Florial is just like not fitting the vibe. He's acting like a replacement player.
He is.
So was O'Keefe.
Yeah. I mean, the Yankees front office discussions over some of these Florial at bats have to be so much fun. 3 guys that still love him, 17 guys that hate him.
I don't know. They're tough at bats to watch.
He's had a couple.
They're all tough at bats.
Yeah,
besides
that's the
DJ
problem.
Judge and Gleyber.
Like I somewhat perk up when Florial comes up just because I'm like, ooh.
Dude, he hit a hard foul ball, and I was like, oh, hard contact. But it was like, wait, foul.
Super foul.
But it made me take notice, like, oh, what if he hits that straight? He hits home runs in the minors. I was like, what am I doing?
Double left on Tim Mesa today?
Why am I addicted to this?
Yeah. Well, you're a dick.
He's
Addicted to
addicted
Yanks.
to me.
Good award.
Thank you. What's your Band of Brothers themed award?
I'm giving out the Bastone Award.
Okay. Well, we already did Stanton. Volpe could get it, but we talk about him a lot already. Peraza.
James, I've only watched one episode of Band of Brothers. I watched the episode titled Bastone.
Yeah.
I watched it New Year's Day of this year. Hungover. What a way to
Why?
start the New Year's. I was at Kyle's house, and Kyle likes Band of Brothers.
That's the episode he had you watch?
Yeah.
I mean, I had my mom watch that episode out of turn because her dad was a medic in the war, and that's the episode that's narrated by Gene Rowe, the medic. But that's like
oh yeah,
in it episodes. One of the better episodes.
It's heavy. It was heavy, but it's the only episode of Band of Brothers I've seen, and this is a Band of Brothers themed award show. And DJ LeMahieu got his only stolen base of the season today. So congrats to DJ getting that stolen base on the board. Broadcast had a funny moment after it happened because I think O'Neal or no, I think it was K. K asked the fellas, and he was like, "Hey, like DJ's stealing, Judge is on deck. Like, should he be doing that?" And they were both like, "Kind of doesn't matter, K." Yanks have a lead, nothing matters. And Kay was like, not wrong.
Kay hit the mute button. Was like, come on, guys, just go with
Give me a little bit.
Yeah.
So, hey, congrats to DJ. Big stolen base. Happy for him.
Just like, the Battle of the Bulge in Bastogne. Which was hell.
Yeah, the old guy opening the episode, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd rather go straight to hell than back to Bastogne." I was like, "Oh, Happy New Year."
Was Kyle in the middle of watching it and he was like, "Hey, I'm watching this. This is the episode I'm on," or was he like, "Let me show you this one episode"?
It's a good question because Jack, who just got married, the Ocean City, Maryland wedding, and Andrew Skip were there. Jack's a big Band of Brothers guy as well, so I don't know if there was conversation on which ep we were throwing on or if Kyle was in the midst of it, but yeah, I mean, everyone kind of agreed it was like a crazy way to start the new year, but it was also like, I don't know, we'll feel better tomorrow.
It's got the most badass scene in the whole miniseries that people like to go watch when Spears connects easy with I Company, but I'm guessing that's why they chose to watch it.
I can ask him.
Yeah.
Who's your final award going to?
Oh, okay. Yawn. My final award,
Yes.
keeping up with the award theme of the Band of Brothers awards, is the Bull Randleman Award.
Bull.
No.
Okay.
I can do that. I think maybe you should give the Bull Randleman Award out next.
Okay.
I don't know if I should be giving that one out. I'll give the dude, I don't know.
All right.
The Malarkey Award.
Malarkey.
Malarkey.
Mike Harkey. IKF.
Oh, it's a very interesting Malarkey. I don't think it works because I don't have IKF being pissy.
In the right setting, but
Not IKF, no.
okay.
It goes to Gleyber Torres.
Okay. Gleyber.
Donald Malarkey.
Ton Malarkey, huh?
Yeah. He's one of like, okay, so when you rewatch Band of Brothers for the 5th time,
Oh, I forgot our theme for a second. Okay.
that's when you gotta do like the Malarkey only watch.
Okay.
So like when you rewatch it, you're just like really paying attention to his character because that's how you got to rewatch Band of Brothers because it gets so good.
The 5th
You're like, I'm
time.
gonna watch it through his eyes now. I'm notice him everywhere he goes. Malarkey's the most interesting one because he's like fresh and springy and spry, but he's got like a little redhead piss to him.
Okay.
And then by the end, he either sees all of his company mates die or they get to go home on leave because they earn more points than him. So at the end, he's just like this bitter, unshowered, like pissant of like a grizzled veteran. And the war, I mean, we're talking like 12 months, you know? But like he just been through it all. And that's Gleyber this year.
Wow.
I mean, he's having such a good offensive season, but he can't enjoy it fully, which is just leaving him and like so pissy. And he wants to turn around and be like, I'm the best hitter on this team this whole fucking year. Like Paul to Paul. Besides Judge, obviously we got hurt. But he can't find any leverage because he keeps botching plays.
Yeah, we're getting to the end with Gleyber. Maybe. I guess you never know with sports, but it just feels like both sides. Like, I don't know. They signed a lease for another year and a half, but they kind of know this is it. And I don't know, they're enjoying some nice things together, but I don't know. He has another nice hitting series. It's just crazy, man. I mean, game on the line. 1 out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up. One of the guys that I think he has the highest OPS against the Yankees as any visiting player since he's like come up. Get the double play ball. IKF. Throws to Gleyber, bobble, and then throws it high. And then the next play, ground ball up the middle, kind of what's become the signature Gleyber play, kind of like a knockoff Robbie Cano. And he just bounces it a little too short that it hits DJ in the palm, and it's wild, man. It's wild that I don't know. He's got a little mustache coming in. I like that, and I like Gleyber in general, but it can be frustrating.
Very frustrating. Bunch of malarkey.
Good award, Jim.
Slang for bullshit. Band of Brothers is on Netflix right now.
Saw you tweet that.
Yeah, it's funny. There's like some people that, I recognize their accounts and they follow back and stuff. They're like, I literally just started it for this exact reason. It's a brotherhood. You wouldn't know anything about it?
I'm going to give out the January 1st award.
Oh, start of a new year. And that's the day you watched Band of Brothers, which is the only thing you know about Band of Brothers. Your only knowledge of Band of Brothers is that there's an episode named Bastogne and you watched it on January 1st. So that helps me out. And that is why you're going to give this award to Jake Bowers.
Jimmy, I've only seen one episode of Band of Brothers. It's Bastogne. And I watched it on January 1st of this year. And Austin Wells hit his first home run. And it was a nice one. Little hanger, second deck. You could tell, we forget because we're watching and nothing really matters that that's a massive thing for a baseball player. So Wells, you could see him have that little release of I've done it. I hit a home run in the show. His stats aren't good, but hey, second deck at the stadium for your first home run. That's a good story.
Second deck.
Good story around the brew pub.
I was going to give him the Bull Randleman Award because he looks like the same type of character Bull was.
Okay.
Could have given him the Buck Compton Award. Buck Compton was a catcher, UCLA, before he went to World War II. Got shot through the ass cheeks. 1 bullet, 4 holes.
Been there.
You haven't been there. Buck Compton has. Went through the cheeks.
Wells is an Arizona guy, so if I couldn't,
Where are Wells' parents from? Can you find that out for me?
I think. Well, he went to
grew
Bishop.
up in the Vegas area?
He went to Bishop Gorman, the famous Vegas high school. So I don't know if he grew up there or if they ended up there, but
Born in Las Vegas, Austin is. Not a lot on his early life.
But no one's from there anywhere. He definitely claims where his parents are from.
Was that a little Yoda speech pattern there?
From me?
From BBD.
Yeah.
Born in Vegas, Austin is.
Yeah. I never seen any of that stuff though. It's not.
And
Star
I'm
Wars,
weird
it's
for
Band of
not
Brothers.
watching Amazon Prime shows.
Huh? Band of Brothers themed episode, not Star Wars.
His dad played baseball at University of Arizona.
They're both U of A. That's like a
Yes.
thing.
So after college, they moved there. You can't find it from where originally. It was a nice.
I can't
homework
find
for
where
Wells.
his parents are from originally, no.
I found our high school teacher O'Keefe. I forgot he was the wrestling coach.
That's right. In my head, he was like a football assistant, but he was the wrestling coach.
I mean, he probably helped the football team out time to time.
God, I'm glad he didn't get his fingers on me. He would have made me wrestle.
You never had
Oh,
O'Keefe's
you'd have been
class?
perfect
No.
for him.
Cool.
Yeah. He seemed like a fella that would not have liked me.
No, he liked a good time.
Really?
He wasn't a hard ass the whole time.
Okay. So he
Um,
might have like pushed me. I don't know.
One time me and John Platt were late to class.
Okay.
And he like stopped us outside the door his sophomore year before going. It was like the first week or second week of school. And we thought he was gonna like rip into us. And he just kind of like said, "You're late. Don't be late to my class." And walked in. And we were like, that's so fair. What I thought you were gonna say was like go to the office or something. Quit sulking face by the locker bay. Get in my classroom. Who are you giving the January 1st award to?
Already
The
happened.
people forget.
Already
The people
happened.
forgot.
Thank you guys for coming to our Star Wars themed episode. If you enjoyed it, we'll do more of those going forward.
Dude, what's the rotation next series? And they're playing Arizona. Austin
They're
Wells
playing
Parents' fake hometown.
Arizona. Yankees are throwing Luke Weaver in a revenge game. Carlos Rodon and Clark Schmidt is how Fangraphs currently has it laid out.
Can we like, hey, can people in the comment section like come up with a bet or something? I don't know if I can watch the Luke Weaver versus Arizona game, Jake. Are the Diamondbacks gonna like get us to the? Should we go to the game? Should we go to the stadium?
I'm going to Syracuse to meet my new nephew, so no.
You haven't met your nephew?
No.
Not the new one.
I mean, I don't want to go anyway.
Dalton's going.
Taylor?
She's going tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the Luke Weaver game.
Tomorrow's the Luke Weaver game. I think he was on the team while she was with the team, so she didn't cite that when.
I'm going to
She
a
talked
wedding
about
this
going.
weekend.
Nice.
I can't.
Filming?
Maybe I wish getting back to my roots, but no, I'm attending.
Be real nudgy with the film crew.
Hey, why don't you let me film?
Stand next to him, give him some tips.
No one ever asked me that when I was working a wedding. No one ever asked. No one ever came up to me, a guest, and was like, "Can I film?"
Might get a good laugh out of them.
I did get groped by this woman in a Connecticut wedding once. Really was weird. I didn't like it.
Sorry, man.
Thanks. Go Yanks, Tom Grams.
There you go.
Go Yankees.
I'm asleep.